Boy, what a year of this last week has been, huh? Hey, it's Tim Patterson. This is Trade Show Guy Monday Morning Coffee for the 23rd of March, 2020. So, gosh, where the heck do we start? As you know, if you've been following this podcast at all, or even if you stumbled across it, it's more or less a business diary, some personal diary stuff. And this has been going on for, this is the third year? We're in the third year? Or is it the fourth year? I think we may be in the fourth year. I think I started this in 2017, 18, 19. Yeah, this would be the fourth year, 2020. So 3 weeks ago today, on the 2nd of March, I was sitting in an airplane heading for Los Angeles. We were just pulling out from the dock at Portland International Airport, and I got the email that said Natural Products Expo West canceled. By then, I'd had 8 or 9 clients pull out. They had started about 5 days previously, but so I flew down there, of course, and did the whole week down there. Did a little mini vacation, worked for clients, and got things shipped out. That seems like a year ago. Since then, dozens and dozens of trade shows and events have been canceled. Sporting events have been canceled or postponed. There's talk of canceling or postponing the Olympics, which is scheduled to start in Tokyo on July 24th. I can't imagine that going on. Here in Oregon, restaurants are closed except for delivery, pickup and delivery. Maybe I'll drive for Uber Eats. Who knows? My son is. He says, "Hey, I make decent money doing that because the restaurant he works for is closed." But he says between that and unemployment, I'll get by. Bars are closed. Only essential stores are open. Coffee shops are drive-through only. Grocery stores obviously are open, but, try and find toilet paper, right? Of course, there's more. Unemployment claims have been jumping like crazy. I saw something that some areas, I don't know if it was nationally or just statewide, 3,000 to 4,000%, depending on what you read, where you are. The idea of having the rest of the NBA season sometime this summer, for example, seems like a pipe dream. I can't imagine that actually happening. Although I just saw floated today, the commissioner, Adam Silver, has floated the idea that, and I'm recording this on Friday, floated the idea that there might be a fundraiser type game, which could be interesting. Probably no audience, but do a TV thing. And I just saw there's another couple of NBA players that have tested positive for the coronavirus, COVID-19. I'm not sure how many that is, maybe 10, 12. So in the world where I live, the event and trade show industry, a week ago, I checked in with a few colleagues and partners on this very show to see how they're handling it. Everyone then, a week ago, was just, trying to figure out the next steps. I think we all still are. And, of course, the news changes hour by hour. I've talked to clients this week and prospects this week, and there is not much happening. One client said they were planning on proceeding with a small project, acting as if the event would happen in May, but I can't imagine that it will really at this point. Others say they're putting things off indefinitely. No one knows when they'll return to business as usual. We just heard a few days ago that school, which had been closed through the 1st of April, now is closed through all of April in Oregon. I just think we're at the beginning of a very bumpy ride, and there's just no way of knowing how long it'll last. In the news, I was kind of looking just to get a few figures to share with you. Recent communication from Americans for the Arts estimates the financial loss to the nonprofits arts sector as a result of the coronavirus to be $3.2 billion. National Restaurant Association on Wednesday wrote to the president and congressional leaders estimating that the industry's sales will decline by $225 billion during the next 3 months alone, which will prompt the loss of between 5 to 7 million jobs. Concert industry will lose billions. Big names that were going to be touring will not. This headline from the CNBC website, coronavirus fears are battering the $2.5 trillion trade show industry. I had forgotten how big the industry was, but worldwide, that's a lot. And so we don't know what the losses will be for the next 3 to 6 months. New York Times, for the first time in nearly 2 decades, the $160 billion sports world has gone just dark. You know all this. You've probably read all this stuff. If you're paying at all attention to the news, you can't miss much of this. And if you're missing watching your favorite team like I am during this, I know how you feel. which means, of course, people are hunkering down. I think in California, the governor said, don't go anywhere unless you absolutely have to. Go to the grocery store, and then that's it. I've seen musicians, famous and unknown, holding online small concerts on Facebook and other platforms, posting videos of themselves playing. I've seen a lot of ideas on how to keep your kids entertained. My kids are up and grown, doing their own thing. They're both working. For that, I'm glad. But I understand the situation that parents with youngsters might find themselves in. Every morning, I check my email and see another dozen messages in my inbox from companies that are sharing what they're doing to keep their employees safe. One company that 3 weeks ago said they had 4 work-at-home employees now has 700 that work at home. And they say, it's working. It's actually working. I get emails from people pitching programs on how to find clients in this environment, how to connect, how to be helpful to your current clients. I've seen a number of marketing companies and people offer free access to their content and programs so you can learn while working at home, while being at home. Others offering discounts on their programs. Some are free. If you browse LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter, Twitter, often can be this weird sort of mishmash of cesspool of crazy crap and really interesting, fun stuff as well. I see a lot of people offering to help, offering advice on working at home, offering empathy, showing, I think, the humanity that all of us really have, empathy and help. Politics can be a big part of what's going on. In some ways, you just can't avoid it. But the bottom line is, I think we're in a thing that no one knows what's going on. No one expected this except the experts. You could get into the politics of that. We had, a lot of stuff about contagions a couple of years ago that they did, drills on what would happen if, and they said we weren't prepared, and we aren't prepared as a nation. But, we're all involved. We're all affected. We're all doing the best we can under the circumstances. Last week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I sent a personal email to several people, 7 or 8 dozen clients, former clients, recent prospects that I've been in communication with. It basically shared a handful of ideas that I come up with on how to make use of trade show exhibits, how to stay in touch with customers, a whole bunch of stuff, maybe not a whole bunch of stuff, 6 or 8 things. I also offered to, hey, if you need a short video, I do a lot of video production. I can do a voiceover. I got a lot of experience doing that. I got a lot of responses saying, hey, thanks for the ideas. Great to share. So, do your best. If there's anything I can do to help you in the world of trade shows and exhibits, reach out. I could certainly voice over a video. I'm happy to do that. If it's short, we'll just do it. I won't worry about getting paid for it. Just do it for fun. It is a crazy upside-down world right now, and we can't see how long this will last. There's just really no way to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think it's there. I've seen good news out there that things are declining in some of the countries that got exploded with all the coronavirus stuff 2, 3, 4 months ago. And I am heartened to see the number of people that are willing to reach out and help other fellow Earthling travelers. Just about to wrap it up. This week's One Good Thing. My wife and I just finished watching a Netflix show called Secret City, starring Anna Torv of The Fringe fame. It's an Australian series from, I think, 2016 and 2017, a couple of seasons. We watched 1 season. There's another season to go. Anna plays a reporter that uncovers a bunch of political shenanigans, and it's, kind of a potboiler. It's fun. It's interesting. I really liked it. Check it out on Netflix. So that's it. I am going to post a link in the show notes. A couple things, actually. One of them is an email I got on location. Send me a list of postponed trade show dates. It's a database, and you might want to check that out. It's updated frequently. Anyway, be well. Let me know how it's going. Reach out to me, and I'll check in again in a week here on Trade Show Guy Monday Morning Coffee. Thanks. Be well.